Okay, I'm going to express my true, full-on opinion whether I prefer the Xbox 360 or the PlayStation 3. I'm not going to get into any hardware specifications on the systems. I'm just going to get into my pure thoughts. And please leave a comment or a video response. I don't care, as long as you guys, we can all start having a bit of a convo here on your personal opinion. And I respect those who like the 360 more than the PS3. Okay, let's start off. Now, to start off with what I purely think is the fact that the PS3 is a much more nicer looking system than the Xbox 360. And the reason why I bring in the looks of the console is because when you look at something, like when you show something to someone, you want it to look really nice, don't you? Like, let me explain why I think the looks are important. I think the looks are important because when you look at a console, when you want to show it off to someone, when you have people over, of course you're going to want a nice looking system. Take a normal big ass, normal ass TV and put that next to a 50-inch widescreen LCD screen. Full on gloss. Or might not be gloss. Now, which one is going to appeal more? The big ass CRT screen or the big massive 50-inch LCD TV? Now, if I was there looking at both of those screens, I know which one I'd go for. I'd go for the big fat CRT. No, I'm just kidding. I'd go for the 50-inch LCD TV, of course. You want to know why? Because it appeals to me more. And this is how I see the 360 and the PS3. I see the 360 as that big fat CRT monitor, and I see the PS3 as the big 50-inch LCD TV. The reason why is because PS3 is catching up to content on the online. It's coming very close to live, to downloadable content like demos. You can even download music now. You're getting a video store very shortly. I haven't even seen it yet, but there is rumours, and that associates with Blu-ray Live. So if you whack in the Spider-Man trilogy, for example, it says on the back here somewhere, Blu-ray Live content ready. So if I wanted to, and this applies to all people with Blu-ray players, you can go on the net and you can actually download free content from your DVD straight onto the hard drive. You can't get any better feature than that. And the 360 doesn't have a Blu-ray drive, so content lost for the 360. Do I think Live is better than the PlayStation Network? Okay, Xbox Live isn't alright. Okay, it's alright, it's good. It's got some things that I do like over the PS3, such as, you know, the other downloadable content and stuff that you can't get on the PS3. And sometimes you can't get all the demos on the PS3. Sometimes you can only get them on 360 and vice versa, PS3 and 360. But as seeing that you pay $70 bucks a year over here in Australia, I think it's like $40 over in Europe and America, I'm not sure. I'd say that I personally think that I'm wasting my money. I would actually buy Live if it actually had a little bit more downloadable content, like more demos, just exclusive demos to the 360 only, like 360 games. But I go on there and I don't really, you can get them. I'm not saying that all is lost. I'm just saying that some of the content you download, you either have to pay for, or you have to have a certain amount of score on your dashboard, and that is like the most suckiest thing ever. Because if you really want something, you either have to have a high score or a card with a number on it so you can pay for it, which is quite stupid. Whereas I can go on the PS3, where I can go on the PlayStation Network for free, I can basically download the same content. And now that the PlayStation Network is becoming more familiarized and so forth by users actually picking up the PS3 console these days, the content on the PlayStation Network has actually increased. So I would say that Live and PlayStation Network are actually on par with each other. And what's going to make PlayStation Network even more better is Home, which is coming out very shortly. and you are able to download, again, Blu-ray content, Video Store. I think Video Store gets released with Home, inside Home. And the fact that you get to do game sharing from your from your PSP or PS3, you can invite people over to your apartment, you can build an apartment, you can live anywhere you want across the globe. I mean, it's just, read up about it, it's just too much to carry on with this. So honestly, I think that Home will actually wipe out Live. Now, Xbox is actually working on something that's going to take all elements from each free console, but it seems like Xbox dashboard and stuff like that's always changing, and it becomes complicated, whereas the PlayStation network actually stays simple. So it's not going to be like a pain in the ass to actually go and find what you want to download or anything to do with online gaming. What else can I find about the PlayStation 3? Well, the fact that when the PS3 got first released, it came out with the HDMI connection. Now this is the funny part. This is the really funny part. You know how Xbox 360 has HDMI these days? Okay, fair enough, it runs at 180p, right? But what you guys don't seem to be realizing is the fact that when you actually play a game that has been made for the 360 is still sitting at 180i or 720p or something like that, and the games for the 360 are actually being upscaled. That's what I heard anyway. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's just what I've read, and if there was a mistake there, please correct it. I don't care. It's your thoughts. This is my thoughts on the console, okay? So it's no big deal. But that's just what I think, okay? I just think that the PS3 is a much more easier console to use, less hassles. It's got the Blu-ray, and please, if you're just gonna say that Blu-ray or what, the PS3 is just play movies, Blu-ray, please palm face yourself. This, honestly, I probably wouldn't have picked up a PS3 if it wasn't for Blu-ray. Although, now let me correct that, I would have picked up a PS3 if it didn't have Blu-ray. But seems though it has a Blu-ray player, that's a bonus.